This is the new Honda Civic Coupe in its touring trim grade, and when you see touring, it tends to mean the vehicle is equipped and built for a driver who frequently takes long trips away from home. That means probably that it's got feature content, ride quality, and other special provisions to make it stand out as a worthy long-distance driving machine. And in many ways, some of them surprising, that's just what you get here. Here's the gist. Civic Touring Coupe will relieve you of about $28,000. For that, you get a turbocharged 1.5-liter 174 horsepower engine, a continually variable transmission or CVT, a premium audio system with 450 watts, great-looking leather seats, rain-sensing wipers, and potent LED headlights. More on those later. This tester also came with just about every outward-looking safety feature imaginable, including forward collision warning, lane keeping assist with self-steering, road departure mitigation, a lane departure warning system, and adaptive cruise control, which maintains your safe following distance in response to changing traffic conditions. Notably, this takes the stress right out of stop-and-go driving, where the car can automatically slow, stop, and even restart without you touching the pedals. It's designed to make long-distance driving more comfortable, more easygoing, and safer. But none of that is even the best way that the Civic Touring Coupe makes life easier if you're on a long trip away. This is its Android Auto. Plug in and pair your phone, and select functionalities are upscaled to the main screen, including automatically updated Google Maps and navigation, and the considerable capabilities of the Google Voice Assistant. As a demonstration, let's pretend I'm running errands and visiting in an unfamiliar city. All right, so I've got a text message here that's going to kick this whole thing off. Okay, Google, read text message.
You have one message. Camera guy James says, "Oh hi. It's super gross hot outside. I would like an ice cream cake very much. Can you get one?"
All right, so now I've got to get myself an ice cream cake. Okay, Google, how far to the nearest Dairy Queen?
You are 13.4 kilometers away from Dairy Queen by car.
All right, and maybe a little reminder so I don't forget to pick the cake up. Okay, Google, remind me to pick up a delicious DQ ice cream cake in 1 hour.
Your reminder for 4:20 p.m. is ready. Pick up a delicious Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
And finally, to let camera guy James know, okay, Google, text camera guy James, I will obtain the delicious Dairy Queen cake shortly.
Here's your text to camera guy James. I will obtain the delicious cake shortly. Do you want to send it or change it?
Send it.
Okay. Message sent.
So now I've read and replied to a text message, found directions to Dairy Queen, and reminded myself to pick up that cake, all without having to take my eyes off the road or my hands off of the wheel. And if you're rushing around and visiting in an unfamiliar city, this can be a huge stress relief and time saver, since you won't be worried about messages piling up in your phone or pulling over to look for maps or directions. When it comes to staying effortlessly connected, on track, on course, and informed on the move, Android Auto is a godsend, and there's Apple Carplay too, which works similarly if you use an iPhone. Other elements of the Civic Coupe Touring help gear it up towards the frequent long-haul traveler as well. Mileage, for instance. Even though my tester was barely broken in, I achieved an overall figure of under 6 liters per 100 kilometers, and that's with plenty of turbocharged torque available to get the car up to speed quickly, with just a light squeeze on the throttle. Performance is pleasing, slightly above average thanks to the turbocharger, and you can literally drive all day on one tank. The technology works. It's thrifty and punchy with minimal compromise, and smooth as glass thanks to that CVT transmission that doesn't shift gears because it doesn't have any. The stereo system is a worthy listening companion if you'll use your car as a listening space on long drives, and don't be shy to blast it. If you get any alerts or messages from Android Auto, it automatically mutes the music and reads it out to you. And those headlights, LED technology with powerful white light cast far and wide and even into nearby tree lines, means you've got illumination on par with a far pricier ride, and that means your eyes are fresh and alert for far longer, hours and hours into a late night cruise. I'll also mention that for a coupe, the Civic is bigger on board than you probably think. This is a coupe built on the platform of a sedan, so you get relatively comfortable and kid-friendly rear seats that aren't so hard to get in and out of, even if headroom is at a serious premium for adults. If you've got short friends, they'll be just fine. And up front, well, if you don't look behind you, you'd hardly know you were in a two-door car at all. On top of that, driver and front passenger have room to spare despite sitting low and deep within the cabin, and there's a ton of storage nearby for all of your things and a wireless recharging pad to keep your phone juiced. No wires required. Ultimately, if you like the look of the Civic Coupe better than the sedan, well, go for it. There's minimal compromise to space or accessibility, especially if you'll typically drive alone or with just one other passenger. And if your trip takes you into a busy city center downtown, this camera system is a treat. Signal to the right and the on-screen display shows you the entire side of the car, making it easy to keep tabs on difficult-to-see cyclists and pedestrians who may be beside you. One surprise that doesn't fall in line with the tester's touring designation is the ride quality. This machine rides like it looks like it rides, a little more on the taut and firm and sporty side than some will expect. On smooth highways, this enables confident and direct higher speed handling, but though the suspension feels durable and robust and rarely crashes into bumps, the ride is a few ticks sportier than some long-haul drivers will like, especially on rougher roadways. If you like a ride like a sports coupe, you'll like this. If you're after something that feels like it's floating on a creamy glob of melted Velveeta, you probably won't. Gripes: the display resolution from both camera systems is fairly poor. Some interior trimmings seem easily scratched or marked, and the central command system when you aren't in Android Auto mode is far from the market's best looking. Further, though trunk space is adequate, a funny shape to the opening means it may be difficult to load tall or awkwardly shaped items. End of the day, if you're okay with the sportier ride quality, Civic Coupe Touring offers a compelling blend of great fuel mileage, the latest tech goodies, decent space, and numerous thoughtful touches that help keep you organized, tidy, and relaxed on the move. Thanks for watching.